one-piece bathing suit made of something white. The water made it transparent. I told him I didn't want to swim in it, but he just grabbed me by the hand and dragged me into the water all the way, and I came out looking nude.
Well, that fine mind of yours gets pretty repulsive at times.
It's not what you told me on the train.
Now you're gonna throw that up to me.
You know, you can be pretty wonderful at times. Come on, partner. Why don't you kick off your spurs? I don't mind making a fool of myself over you.
Well, I mind. I feel embarrassed for you.
Feel embarrassed? But I can't live on this way.
Now, you agreed to accept that condition.
I know I did, but I can't. We'll think of something somehow. Whatever way we can. We'll have such wonderful times together. Just the two of us.
What is it?
You make a very excellent cup of tea.
Elizabeth Taylor is probably the best-known film star alive today. She's made over 70 films and won 2 Oscars. But she's equally remembered for her 7 marriages, her diamonds, her illnesses, and her flamboyant lifestyle. Born in London but raised in the old Hollywood studio system, the talented actress has sometimes been overlooked amongst all the headlines. But it was the first 7 years of her life spent in London that determined her career.
All right, Martha, your recitation, please.
Film Lassie Come Home.
So I went out, and I just got into it and talked to the dog.
She doesn't seem well, Grandfather.
Poor Lassie.
Poor Lassie. Poor girl.
And I got the part. And we did my segment in 2 weeks.
Close the gate, Mr. Scott! Close the gate! Don't let her get out! Close it! Close the gate! Priscilla! You've let her go. That's what she's done. She's let her go.
She's going toward south, Grandfather. She's going toward Yorkshire.
By Jove, child, I believe you're right.
Then they signed me up for 18 years.
Our daughter's famous.
Famous.
There's fortunes of money in this.
I had a great imagination, and I just slid into it. And it was like a piece of cake.
But it was with her next film, National Velvet, in 1944, that she established herself as a major new star.
She was a little girl. She was 11 years old. And I remember being, even at that time, dazzled by her coloring was so extraordinary. The violet blue eyes and the dark hair and the freckles and the natural color in her cheeks. She was just the most glorious-looking little girl I'd ever seen.
Strange. Not dignified to be polite when you're in love.
Velvet, you're too young to understand some things. Have you ever really felt keen about anything?
We were working in these incredible sets, which were outdoor scenes, but they were actually built in indoor sets. It was on stage 27 at MGM, an enormous stage. And the whole thing was built, and the daylight was created, and the heat was intense, and the physical aspects of making movies was pretty darned uncomfortable. Her mother was always on the set, because they hadn't really been in this country very long, and neither had I. So we sort of shared that.
Tweena, what is it? What's happened? Somebody ill?
It's Ted. They sent him away to live with his aunts in Lancaster.
You mean you're sniveling for a boy? You brought me home for that?
Velvet.
You can see the sensitivity in the performance. It's not just that she's a beautiful little girl or a very effective child actress. There's something more in her performance, and the quality is one of maturity, emotional depth and maturity. And I think the handwriting was on the wall from the beginning with her.
He's a gentle one. I'll just call him Pie. Oh, you're a pretty one, Pie. You didn't mean to run away.
You're a wizard, Velvet.
May I ride him, Mr. Reed?
Ride this horse.
Oh, please, let me ride him.
As a
Rock and Jimmy didn't like each other. And I was forever trying to intervene and get them to be friends. And we each had a house, like in a triangle, in this little town in Marfa, Texas, where we did practically all the film. It was like everybody was sort of going in this triangle, but those two trying to avoid each other.
You always did look pretty. It's pretty now, good enough to eat.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, you're touchy, Vic. You're touchy as an old cook.
Vic, you should have shot that fella a long time ago. Now he's too rich to kill.
In Giant, we see her acting very well with two totally different types of actor. One is Rock Hudson, one is James Dean. Hudson coming more, as she does, from the Hollywood school of movie star trained performer to become a star and have a persona, and James Dean more the method actor. And she adjusts herself and her performance very well to both styles, and yet manages to keep her own character together in a coherent way. I mean, I think that's quite remarkable.
Mr. Benedict's riata is one of the largest of them all.
Oh, really? Well, just how large is that?
Around 500,000. 595,000 acres, to be exact.
I'd call that quite a parcel.
How many acres did you say, Mr. Benedict?
He said 595,000 acres, Mama. And you should see the greedy look on your face.
When are you going to get married, Jen? Don't you need somebody to help you with this kind of responsibility?
Well, now, when I get some time to look around, I'll go back east and Maryland, places. Say, you got any good-looking sisters back there? Might be interested in some poor people.
Money isn't old, you know, Jen.
Not when you got it.
When you see Elizabeth Taylor and James Dean performing together in a scene where they're having tea at his shack, what you see is a woman raised in a studio system with an erratic young actor.
When you say other people, what do you mean?
You see how skilled she is at holding her own with him, and how skilled she is at creating the kind of subtext that he has been trained to create.
But your situation is so different. You're a working man.
Well, that's something I'm going to try to fix.
There was an intensity that you felt coming out of him. And he'd come over to my house sometimes at nighttime, and we'd sit and talk until 3 in the morning. That youth. And then we'd be on the set like at 7. And he would reveal to me things that you only reveal to a very good friend. Wouldn't you love to know?
But before the film was completed, James Dean was killed in a car crash. He was 24, and Giant was only his 3rd film.
On some level, I think she had a really exquisite sense of compassion for people who thought they were misfits. That didn't mean they were, but if she thought they felt it, she would be there for them. Now, where that came from, I don't know, because I don't know if she felt like a misfit being so beautiful. It's possible to be so beautiful and so talented and feel like a misfit.
Lean on me, baby. You've got a nice smell about you. Was your bath water cool?
No.
I know something make you feel cool and fresh. Alcohol rub. Cologne.
No thanks. We'd smell alike, like a couple of cats in the heat.
The minute the camera goes on, something happens in me. Then I start to pull the stops. But when it's rehearsal, my mind knows that this isn't the real thing. And some directors and actors, like Paul Newman, evidently went up to Richard Brooks and said, "Richard, I mean, is this it? Is this all she's gonna give?" And Richard said, "It's okay, Paul. You wait."
Maybe I got rid of Skipper. Skipper went out anyway. I didn't get rid of him at all.
I think the first take is the most honest, the most spontaneous. You do things that just come to your head, and nobody can stop you because you're filming. If they don't like it, you do it again. But you get a sense of adventure. You get a rush of like being that person and being true to that person and what they would do. Not what you would do, what they would do.
Isn't it an awful joke, honey? I lost you anyway.